Hello everybody, today we'll be reviewing the new patch in Conqueror's Blade Western version. So they imported the Frontier version, kind of, and basically there are important things to address. First of all, as you can see here, max leveled units do not get any XP, so you can bring all your units to the game and only the one you want to level up will get experience. Basically, experience depends on your stats. For instance, here I did very well, so I got 40,000 XP. But that's to note that I have premium and the bonus they gave, which increases it. Usually people get 25 key XP with the bonus and will probably get around 20 key XP once the bonus wears off. As you can see here, XP card bonus 50%. I have 50% increased bonus due to the bonus they gave to celebrate the patch or compensate. Here you can see I got 22,000 XP from normally playing without any bonuses and half of that from the bonuses. And the only issue is, although you get more XP, and right now it's not a big problem because of the bonus 50% for units, they have total increased the unit XP for the other units. For instance, now to level up a basic unit from low level to high level, you need a total of, where is it? Hold on. A total of, for instance, from 12 to 13, 300,000 XP, and it only gets more ridiculous as you go up to 1 million at the highest levels, more than 1 million, etc. Which is a very harmful change in my opinion, because as you can see, older players such as I already have maxed out most of their units. It's already on max, and how will new players catch up if they have to farm up to 2 times more games with the bonus XP? And once the bonus XP wears off, probably 2.5 more games to play to level up their units, maybe even more. This total XP change is very harmful to the community. Maybe not for the older players who have already maxed out everything, but for the new players, how will they play with these things? They try to counter it by adding some form of insignias. It doesn't work. But the insignias are from very rare, and to get the one you need for your unit is probably not gonna happen. They added a cash shop, which I can't find now for some reason. Oh, it's here, okay. So basically they added these stuffs. Where is it? Oh wait, didn't they remove it? This kind of battle relics, which gives you a chance to get these insignias, signaculum or whatever it's called, that basically will give you unit XP, but these are kinda problematic because you can get it's basically RNG to get the one you need for your unit. It's not gonna happen probably. So their system is flawed and it should be changed. Because this total unit XP is ridiculous and it only gets more ridiculous at higher levels. For instance, here 452,000. then it gets 600,000, etc. So it's basically unreasonable to expect people to farm these units, especially when people already maxed out all their units already. Then as for the other contents, they added some form of remote supply button, which is useful. And there was a bug where most people had their storage empty, but they fixed it now, so it's all good. Other than that, the graphical updates and etc. are very good. The only problem is probably the thief quests, which have become lower quality, making honor farming quite difficult as well. As you can see, the city is level 8, and we only got 3-star quests, whereas previously it was guaranteed to have 5-star quests. Here you have but maybe it's just random, because as you can see there's a 4-star quest in this level 4 fort. Regardless, the nerf to grinding and the increase of grinding, I mean, to have cash shop items that allow you to level up your units and have people buy their unit XP cards is quite unreasonable for the vast majority of players. These unit XP cards, they expect you to buy it, but even with these, it will take a long time to level up your units compared to how it was previously. Then they added some sort of battle line system where you can basically attack a city from 2 lines, meaning you can attack line 1 and line 2, which is basically gonna be 15 people are defending on line 1. You can then send 5 people to win the line 2 and win the city. Basically, people who outnumber the enemy will probably win, which is a change that the European community doesn't welcome, and they said they might look into it. But right now the territory wars are crippled due to this change, and there's a lot of house leaders saying they'll probably quit the game if it's not changed. So basically the patch is very good, except for the storage bug, which has been fixed, so it's one problem less. And then you have the total unit XP, that is ridiculous. You also have the golden era, which is bugged. You can't upgrade your unit, although it says 4 stars, 4 stars, but you can upgrade, and this has to be addressed as well. As for the changes that are good, now all genders can play any class. Then they changed how the levels show. Basically it's blue if you're average level and violet if you're like high level, around 400 or so, and green if you're just 60 plus, and white if you're less than 60. There are a lot of rewards for all the players who just joined, because they get the rewards again by doing the quest, starting quest, which has reset. There's been a 20,000 honor cap when you play in a game. From battles, you can't earn more than 20,000 honor now from battling. Then for territory wars, anybody can now participate, you don't even have to be a member of a house. And there's a reward for participating. Expeditions have just these dropping, and Deathmat no longer gives you skill books, so I don't know how they expect us to farm skill pages, which will now become much rarer than previously. which also harms newer players because all the players already have a lot of skill books to upgrade any class they want, which means getting the ultimate basically. But there are people selling right now and can probably buy them. And will probably become less in the future because simply I don't see where people can farm them since deathmatch no longer drops them. And the quests give you 2 skill pages. But anyways, they have also changed the icons and stuff, and the UI is completely different, like you can see here. Then the units act completely different now, the eye is completely different, the skills like Prefecture swordsmen no longer aggro everything when cover commander, they're no longer fast, they act like any sword unit. And also, I'm not sure if it's a bug or not because it hasn't been documented in patch notes. Any unit now staggers heroes, which is kinda an unwelcome change. So if you have serfs hitting you, they might stagger you, stun you, or whatever. The maps have been reworked, they're more interesting to play now as well. And there has been no territory wars so far, we'll see how it goes. But overall, now that the storage bug has been fixed, if they address the battle lines, address the total unit XP, which is ridiculous. I mean, the unit XP needs to level up and investigate on why normal units now stun you, like stagger you when they hit you, and maybe remove that because it's not a welcome change. And maybe balance better the units because now, for instance, the long bow now hits you for 10,000 damage on heavy armor with this ultimate, which is kinda ridiculous. And the short sword and shield class with iron sights is basically taking 100 damage, and it was supposed to increase armor by 80%, but it's written that it reduces incoming damage by 125%. I have no idea where this comes from, if it's how it's working, which would explain why they take 100 damage and as you can see 20 seconds cooldown was 8 seconds. Superman basically is kind of ridiculous. It also removes any CC. So yeah. The balance has become quite weird now. They need to urgently fix it. And investigate on why units stagger people now. Because previously only certain units could do that, like units that can stun like Pike Militia and Palace Guards. Which had this spell Fear Strikes, the unit can stun enemy heroes. Except now any unit can stun enemy heroes, so since this skill is still available, I suppose it's a bug. And yes, basically the patch for now is okay, it's not game breaking, but they need to address a lot of things and quickly, or I think the population will decline. Let me know what you think in the comments below and thanks for watching. Good luck, have fun. Hope you enjoy the game. It's certainly worth just trying out, but unless they fix the core issues and the bugs, it will probably not work.